Welcome to Flag Tag AZ. Today we're going to teach you how to throw a hatchet and throw a hatchet safely. Before you start your open throwing, an axe coach is going to work with you to ensure that you're throwing safely and throwing so that you can enjoy your time here. Now let's get into a couple of safety issues. The first safety thing that we want to make sure of is that you need to be aware of your surroundings as you go to throw your hatchet. If anything's within arm's length, you could hit it with a hatchet. Do not hand a hatchet to anybody. If you were to hand a hatchet to somebody, you might drop it on a toe. It is really hard on the toes, so don't do that. If for some reason you do need to give somebody your hatchet, set it down on the ground, let them pick it up, or put it into a bucket and let them retrieve it from the bucket. Next thing, do not check the blades of the hatchet. They're plenty sharp for what you need to do today, so don't play with the blades. If a hatchet sticks in a target and it's about to fall, please let it fall on the ground. It's okay. Do not grab the hatchet on its way down. Get your toes out from under it, and we'll go from there. When you are throwing, make sure you stay behind the red line at all times until the hatchet has come to a complete and full rest. The hatchets do have a habit of sliding back if you're not throwing well, so we don't want anybody to be hit by a hatchet. In our tournament lanes, do not go forward to retrieve your hatchet until you and your axe throwing partner have both thrown your hatchets. There are three ways you throw a hatchet here at Flag Tag AZ. There's a one-handed throw, a two-handed throw, and an underhanded throw. The first one is a one-handed throw. Pull it back behind your shoulder blade. Wrist over elbow, let it slide out of your hands and follow through. A two-handed throw, you stack your hands, you wrap your hands, pull it back between your shoulder blades, take that step, let it slide out of your hands, and follow through as well. For an underhanded throw, you pinch between your thumb and your middle finger, your forefinger across the front, pull it back behind the knee, and let it slide out of your hands into the target. The other way to grip it for an underhanded throw is like this. Pull it back and let it slide out. I'm now going to demonstrate all three of these techniques for you. First, a one-handed throw. You're going to pull it back behind that shoulder blade, step with your left foot, and follow through. I'm a right-hander. If you're left-handed, everything will be exactly the opposite. For a two-handed throw, remember you're going to stack your hands or wrap your hands. Pull it back between your shoulder blades, take that step, let it slide out of your hands, and follow through as well. For an underhanded throw, remember, pinch between your thumb and your middle finger, forefinger down the front, pull it back behind the knee, and into the target like that. Make sure for all of your throwing styles you follow through. Again, do not start throwing a hatchet until an axe coach has had an opportunity to work with you personally to make sure that you can throw safely. Let's talk a little bit about scoring here at Flag Tag AZ and how our scoreboard is set up. So, first thing, this is where 6 points, 5 points, 4 points, 3 points, 2 points, and 1 point. Going from the outside in, it is the same thing in reverse. So 1 point, 2 points, 3 points, 4 points, 5 points, and 6 points. These blue dots during the game, they are worth 8 points if you call them before your throw. So let's talk about a few different edge cases in a game. So a bullseye, for a bullseye to count, you would have to see red on both sides of the blade. If you only see red on one side of the blade, like this for example, that would only count as 5 points because we don't see any red over here, just the bleed. You'll see a pen line there that'll be the barrier between the two. Same thing kind of applies to all the rest of the target. So this would be a 4-point hit, for example. It is hitting the line, but because both sides of the blade are in this section, you would get the 4 points. This would be a 3 because you only see the line. If it's only in the line, same thing, remember it's a lower point value. So this would be a 4, a 3, a 2, a 1, and a 0. Now, let's talk about how the game format is structured. It is 10 scored throws. That is our primary game. We also have another game, which is a skills game. The way the skills game works is you try to hit everything on the target 5 times. You'll see the score sheets around. Let's talk about league. For league, if you have a lot of fun, we'd love to have you come and join us. It's an 8-week adventure of throwing hatchets with a lot of really cool people. If you'd like to know more about that, please talk to one of the axe coaches. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask an axe coach. Remember, do not start throwing until you have worked with an axe coach to throw safely. Thank you for throwing a Flag Tag AZ.